A very good evening to everyone present here at the iconic World Trade Center. At the outset, let me thank Honorable Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis ji for being present here and, as usual, being a pillar of support in my journey to excel for this country, for this state, for this city and for my constituency Colaba. Having said that, I would also like to thank our newly elected President of my party, Bharatiya Janata Party, Maharashtra State, Shri Ravindra Chavanji, who's been a dear colleague in the State Assembly, who has always been there to guide me whenever I needed his guidance. And I'm sure that this equation is here to remain for many, many years ahead. Friends, it's indeed extremely overwhelming to come here and be present amongst a gathering whom I consider to be my very family. Almost every person present here is known to me on a very personal level, who has stood by me in my journey as a public representative, as a resident of Colaba, at some point of time. In fact, we are also having amongst this August gathering bureaucrats who have stood by Colaba, who have been a pillar of support to Colaba, who have always extended their help as municipal commissioners, as MMRDA commissioners, as the Metro Rail commissioner, MSRCL commissioner, all of them, they have always stood by Colaba and Cuff Parade. I do remember whenever there used to be an issue with the Metro Rail, Mrs. Bide used to personally come to Colaba and she was instrumental in fulfilling the needs and desire of Cuff Paradians of creating 200 parking slots, underground parking slots at the Cuff Parade station. In fact, we had to rework the entire planning, but despite that, she ensured that the will and desire of the residents and citizens is complied with. A true symbol of how democracy should exist, where the voice of the people, where the desires of the people are not only heard, but are acted upon as well. So thank you to all of you all for being here today and supporting me once again in my endeavors to create a better Colaba, safer Colaba and a prosperous Colaba. Needless to state, which shall transform into making this state the most glorious state, not only in the country, but in the world at large. Friends, it's often said that when the journey to the destination becomes even more beautiful than the destination, you know you're on the right track. And my destination is to see India as the most significant, powerful and successful and prosperous nation in the world. My dream and destination is to see Maharashtra becoming a $1 trillion economy under the able leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis ji, and our destination is, of course, to see the prosperity of every citizen of this country. And this journey couldn't have been beautiful without the able support, guidance of each one of you present here, and many of them who were not able to attend today's function, but have stood by me in this journey of mine. Having said that, as your representative, I know there are lots of hopes, aspirations and desires that I have to carry forward. Colaba is a unique constituency. It's perhaps the most popular constituency in the entire country. As the Speaker of Maharashtra State Legislative Assembly, when I attend different gatherings and forums of speakers around the country or at national level, I am often asked, which constituency do you represent? And the moment I say Colaba, they mention, you don't only represent Colaba, you represent the country at large, because this is one constituency that represents every section of the society, not only in this city, but in the country. We have the Mumbai Stock Exchange here, we have the High Court in our constituency, we have Mantralaya in our constituency, we have the Vidhan Bhavan in our constituency, we have the Cotton Exchange in our constituency, we have the largest bullion market in our constituency, we have the largest metal market in our constituency, we have the Mumbai University in our constituency, and the list follows. We have the iconic Gateway of India in our constituency, and needless to state, every film desires to have the iconic Marine Drive, which also happens to be in our constituency. And therefore, the recognition that this constituency has given me is unparalleled and not a patch on any other representative who represents different constituencies in this state or in the country at large. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to serve you and serve the state and the country through your representation. While I am being felicitated today for assuming the office of the Speaker of the State of Maharashtra, this won't be complete unless I name a few people amongst many who have been significant in this journey and in this achievement. The recognition that I was given by Honorable Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who is not just my leader but my mentor and a guiding star, who has stood by me and blessed me at every occasion that I needed him to. He is the one who recognized me while I was serving in the Legislative Council. He is the one who inspired me and allowed me to dream that I could represent Colaba. He is the one who gave me my first ticket to contest as the BJP candidate from Colaba Assembly constituency. He is the one who spotted me and allowed me to represent my party even in the Supreme Court when I had to represent. And he is the one who recognized me and asked me to be the Speaker of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, and I cannot forget that moment. I do remember when we were in the process of forming the government in 2022 in the state of Maharashtra. I was assisting Honorable Devendra Fadnavis ji with some nitty-gritties and legal affairs which had to be complied with. And there was a day when Honorable Fadnavis ji called me and said that we need to file the nomination for the Speaker soon before anyone files their first, because when you file your nomination for the Speaker, a resolution is placed and whoever files the resolution first, that resolution is put to vote first. So we couldn't have missed that opportunity. So I asked him, sir, please tell me the name, I'll get the papers ready and we'll go file the nomination. And he pointed the finger at me and said, you're going to be my next Speaker. So he is full of surprises and of course pleasant ones, needless to state. Of course, as the Speaker, I have endeavored to ensure that I deliver to the expectations of my colleagues and the Constitution of this country. Mr. Ravindra Chavanji, who is the President of our party, I'm sure will work in close coordination for aspiring the desires and the wishes of the people of this state. This journey would be incomplete without mentioning the names of my parents, Mr. Rahul Narvekar, my father, who has represented Colaba even as an independent municipal corporator for almost 30 years, and my mother, Mrs. Sudha Narvekar, who has inculcated the values which are required as a public representative. I would also like to name a pillar of support. I can say it today, if I say it every day. My wife, Mrs. Sarojini Narvekar, and of course, my entire team of Bharatiya Janata Party Colaba, who have stood by me in every walk of life. So thank you all of you all. And the electorate of Colaba Assembly constituency, whom I consider to be my family. Having said that, I'm aware about various issues which you all definitely want me to speak about today, because unless I mention those, this function will not be complete and you won't let me complete it. So, I'm aware about your desire to make Colaba as the state capital region. The resident population of Colaba is about 13 lakh, that's of A ward. And the footfall of A ward is more than about 48 lakh people every day. Through Churchgate Station, through VT Station, with all the institutions that are here in Colaba, we've got a footfall of about 48 lakh people. Like we have the National Capital Region in Delhi, where special focus and attention is given to that region because it requires additional infrastructure development, it requires additional help to carry forward the load. Therefore, the expectations of the residents of Colaba to have Colaba declared as the state capital region, I think is very much justified. And there couldn't be a better opportunity than this to drive this across to the person who's at the helm of the affairs in the state, Honorable Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis ji. Having said that, I'm also aware about the beauty and the heritage value of Colaba Assembly constituency. And to maintain this, we need a vagrant-free Colaba. Yes, we have been working on this. We've engaged TASA. We've been engaging with Tata Institute of Social Sciences, where we are trying to work a solution to get Colaba absolutely vagrant-free. We are in talks with the BPT, and they have been kind enough to allot a building for the homeless to create a shelter where we could house almost 700 families from A ward, B ward and C ward who are homeless and who require this shelter. And sooner than later, we'll ensure that this is done, perhaps in the course of the next few months itself. Having said that, I'm also aware about the infrastructure development that we are looking forward to. So we are the beneficiaries of major infrastructure projects which are being developed in the city today. May it be the coastal road, which lands right into our constituency at Marine Drive. May it be the MTHL, which is just at the border of our constituency, or may it be the Metro 3 network, which runs through entire Colaba Assembly constituency. We are blessed with this kind of infrastructural development which has been given to our constituency and the city of Mumbai. But to make things easier and make life easier, I am aware that the Narman Point Cuff Parade connector is a dream come true for Cuff Paradians, and that shall also be delivered in the times to come. In fact, Honorable Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis ji was kind enough to approve this project, and MMRDA has already had a budget allocation. Mr. Mukherjee is here. We've been working together on this, and I'm sure that we'll float the tender in the next few months and get this going, and we'll have the connector complete as well. And the access from Cuff Parade to the Marine Drive Coastal Road will be about 5 to 7 minutes, and then 20 minutes to the airport. So now Cuff Paradians have a choice to reach the airport, 30 minutes by road, 30 minutes by metro, and I'm sure we shall also have the waterways developed soon. So there is this infrastructure development concern which I am aware about, which I am going to fulfill in this term itself. I am also aware about the collector lease issue, which is perhaps bothering a lot of residents in Cuff Parade, Marine Drive and Colaba. And with the efforts of course, with the help of the government of the day, we've got the conversion charges reduced from 25% to 10% and 5%. And I'm hopeful that using my privilege as the Speaker of the State Assembly, I shall perhaps be able to convince the government to reduce it to 2% as per your desire. And the list continues, but these were some of the major issues which we are going to address in the next few years. Having said that, I would like to assure you that my efforts to turn Colaba into the best constituency in the country will not end unless we achieve these goals and in many more in the future. Friends, it's indeed extremely overwhelming and a moment of pride and privilege to be here amongst all of you all. I assure you that I was with you yesterday, I am going to be there with you today, and I shall remain with you in the future for the betterment of our Colaba Assembly constituency. As we are aware, under the able leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we are the 4th largest economy in the world today. We have surpassed economies like the United Kingdom, and by 2027, we shall become the 3rd largest economy in the world. And the day is not too far where, under the leadership and guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, this country shall be the strongest economy in the world. Having said that, I am also aware about the fact that this country is one of the 7 years. And if we have to use this demographic advantage to become our tool to becoming the strongest economy in the world, I am aware that we need to convert this youth population into skilled youth population, which Maharashtra is definitely embarked the journey towards. And once we do this, let me tell you, no country in the world will be able to function without the human resource of India. And may it be the Silicon Valley or may it be running industry in Africa, Indians will be paramount in running the growth engine of the world. And keeping this in mind, I'm sure that all of us shall work together towards the betterment and development of this great nation. I'm indeed thankful to you for having me here today. As the speaker, I often say, I'm habituated to listening more and speaking less. So therefore, I will not speak anymore. I shall rest my words here and assuring you of my continued service to Colaba, Maharashtra and India in the times to come. Thank you once again. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
हे आहे देशातील नंबर 1 न्यूज नेटवर्क आणि आपण पाहत आहात TV9 मराठी, एकमेव.